In today's video, I'm trying out a new provider of a veg box scheme. Hi folks, G3 here. As you may well know, I have previously shown a fruit and veg box scheme called Oddbox that specialises in unwanted fruit and vegetables, unshapely, surplus, that kind of thing. And it's a really good scheme. I used them for some time. I haven't used them since moving house, it just hasn't really happened. We've been getting some decent fruit and veg locally and we haven't been using that. But what I did see on social media recently was a local scheme that was being run by a couple from not too far away from me, and I thought I'd take a look and see what it was about. Now they are called East Kent Growers and they're based in Kent in the United Kingdom. They have been running for some time. They've been growing fruit and veg locally as well as sourcing in from local providers, and at times of the year when produce isn't able to be grown locally, they are sourcing from reputable providers elsewhere. This is the first box that I've had delivered and it is a waste not box. So these are things that are, maybe they've got some surplus goods, they've got too much, shorter shelf life potentially. They're things that would be going to waste otherwise. Really affordable. It is £5.50 delivered for this box. They do limit it to one per customer to make sure that it's not sort of too much spread, because I assume they don't have a huge amount available for the waste not scheme. Their medium veg boxes are priced at £8.50 and that includes delivery, and that's for 7 items. And their extra large box is £16.50 and that's for 12 items and that includes delivery. They also have a large box in between and they do organic boxes, fruit boxes and the like. Very reasonable for delivery of a box, and you can have that on a weekly or fortnightly basis. You can make changes, tweaks, add things in, that sort of thing. Let's have a look through at what's been provided. So there is some new customer information talking about the fact it is a 100% husband and wife team that will deliver the fruit and veg boxes to the East Kent area. They used to run Warmiston Growers, but when the owners of the business and site decided to close, they decided to continue supplying their customers, and so East Kent Growers was created. There's a range of questions and answers in here, so let's have a look at that. Do you take the boxes back? Yes, they can either we can either keep the box or return it when we receive the next one, so that's good. Can you exclude items from pre-filled veg boxes? Yes, it is possible. They are able to do some swaps, so that's good. They don't do substitutions in these waste not boxes because of the nature of what they are. Predominantly we'll try and use compostable bags as well as the cardboard packaging. So a little bit of information about this waste not box. Now these always include 1 kilogram of potatoes, 500 grams of carrots, 500 grams of onions. They'll then include 4 other items of fruit or veg, things that have a short shelf life. They could be wonky items, things that are ripe now and need using straight away, that sort of thing. It could also include some things that need a little bit more preparation than others. Let's have a weigh of some of these items that we've got and see what we've got. So a lovely box of white grapes here. That is 500 grams. Cauliflower. Oh, the curds on that look lovely. That's really good. Like that. That is just under a kilo. It's 970 grams. A wonky cucumber. But that looks nice. 244 grams. All right, fennel, lovely. 228 grams. Potatoes. So they do have different ones. They have the washed ones, which are slightly dearer than the unwashed, and so this is a bag of the unwashed ones. We've got 5 nice potatoes in there. Yep, it's over a kilo. It is 1,088 grams. Carrots. Yeah, they look good. Nice carrots there. Just over 500 grams. Cabbage, good. That is 560 grams, so that's about 4 kilos in total. And the final thing we've got here, 3 onions, and they seem really good as well. 600 grams, 4.7 kilos in total of fruit and veg for £5.50 delivered. I think that's really good. There's some lovely bits and pieces in here. I think that's great value. We'll certainly be able to use all of these. We'll have to make sure that we're using some of them quicker than others. So like the cucumber, looks like that's ready to be eaten. The carrots I'll wrap in the usual way that I will store those. So if you haven't seen that already, I'll include a link up here to a video where I show how you can improve the storage of your carrots and keep them for longer in the fridge. So I will store those in that way. The potatoes and onions look perfectly fine, as does the cauliflower. That's got a reasonable shelf life on it. These have actually got a pretty good shelf life, so I'm really happy with that for £5.50. And it looks good quality. I think that's a great thumbs up for these East Kent growers, and it's definitely something that we'll be looking to use more often. Whether we stay with this waste not box where there's a bit of a lottery to what you're getting, I don't know. Maybe we'll go over to a medium-sized box and make that our regular one every fortnight, perhaps £8.50's worth. I quite like actually having a bit of a lottery and making use of things and trying to sort of use them as best you can. We'll be like roasting the fennel with some, probably with some balsamic vinegar, maybe doing cauliflower cheese as a side dish there perhaps, doing things that are slightly different, and the grapes I'm going to love munching straight away. So there you go folks, that is a look at the East Kent Growers Waste Not Fruit and Veg Box. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. I will include a link to their website down below so you can check them out if you're in the area. Thoroughly recommended. Up next, I've got this video that I think you might find useful, and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of this selection for £5.50 delivered. Love to hear your thoughts, what you think of it. If you haven't done so already, then why not subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you get notified when I load up a new video. Well, thanks for watching folks. Until next time, bye!